Hey guys, today we are going to talk about OEM beauty supplements in sachet form, and these are a bit unique. These are usually a lot of collagen products will be in this category sometimes, especially if they have these ingredients on the negative list called hydrochloric acid. But you might be asking yourself, what is a beauty supplement? Well, a beauty supplement is something you take to improve your appearance, your skin, nails, or hair. And you ask yourself, how do we formulate such beauty supplements? How do we come about to them? Well, sometimes you just think about the primary function. You know, do they hydrate the skin? You want something that hydrates the skin. You want something that brightens the skin, improve the elasticity of your skin. And the all holy grail is to reduce pigmentation. After that, you got to think about the delivery form. Is it in powder, liquid, sachet, little shot drinks, some of the tablets, capsules, and even in canisters, you know, those big canisters. And a big problem a lot of people face under this category is actually the submission of these beauty supplement sachets. A lot of people are torn on how to get the product into a food classification or into a supplement classification, and that in itself entails a variety of hurdles. Food is actually relatively quite straightforward, but supplement is MAL registered, and the factory that manufactures it needs to be MAL registered as well. So, you know, there's a lot of things that come into play when you actually have an MAL registered product. So I'll probably go through it a bit more further down the track. So what you're looking for is actually the active ingredients and whether this is a health claim. And this will determine whether your product will be a food product or a health supplement. And by using very strong claims, more than likely you'll be classified as a health supplement, and that would take around about minimum 8 to 9 months to register. So a general rule that was used historically, and this is not, I don't think it always works, is the 80-20 rule. And 80% being a food-based, 20% being the active. Not 100%, but it's a good way to work around it. So, you know, we talk about the pure forms for the supplements. 100% active ingredients, enzymes, probiotics, those good bacteria, fibers, amino acids, and vitamins. And as I mentioned before, certain ingredients are actually considered to be on the negative list. So once you have an ingredient that's on the negative list, straight away it will be at a minimum a supplement. Things like gamat, I was quite surprised. Gamat's on that list. So this list you can find on it's called the DRGD. It's available online at the MPRA website. You just Google DRGD Malaysia, and that should be the first search result that you see. So the general rule is, if it's on the negative list, your product will require a registration. So just stay away from that. So I'm going to give you a bit of an example of a food product that we have made, and I think it's within that category of food, but if you choose to make it a supplement, we can do that as well. It's not a problem. So a common ingredient that we're using here is actually trimella, or the snow fungus, and that is known to help improve skin hydration and elasticity. It's further helped on by high antioxidants. It reduces inflammation and redness, and helps and it also has vitamin D, which is a bit weird, but that actually helps skin growth. And you know, because we're staying indoors a lot, so a lot of people actually might not get enough vitamin D. And it's fortified with collagen, which of course everyone knows improves and maintains skin elasticity. And we have some ceramides inside, which maintain skin hydration. Ceramides have been sold for so many years, and there's a good reason why they're still being sold until today. They work. Essentially, they just work. We have a thing with a rosemary and grapefruit powder mix, and this is on the line of playing of antioxidants and reducing the skin wrinkles, improving skin elasticity and moisture. And because you got the antioxidants, it helps to reduce free radicals. Another one is actually skin redness, and that's due to the fact of the anti-inflammation properties of this rosemary and grapefruit powder. Skin redness comes about from a variety of things, such as poor hydration of the skin, or sometimes your skin is very dry and you have a lot of wind, or you have environmental factors which tend to result in sensitivity of your skin. Another very good extract that we use is actually the grapeseed. The grapeseed is really by far one of the best antioxidant sources that you can get. It's high in vitamin C and E and protects your skin against free radicals. And again, going on to reducing the fine lines and wrinkles. So you may be asking yourself, what is on this negative list? And we'll give you some examples. You've probably heard of these ingredients before. Sometimes when you see these ingredients like a hydroloric acid, they tend to be on the negative list. Known to improve healthy skin and supple skin texture, reduce fine lines and acne. Sometimes they even have this hydroloric acid as an intravenous injection onto the face. Definitely works. Another one is the glutathione, L-glutathione, super famous in Philippines. Interestingly enough, glutathione's side effect is whitening of the skin. It's actually a liver supplement, and if you've ever been to Philippines, every product that you can see on the shelf has glutathione. You talk about shampoos, conditioners, they even have glutathione products for the armpits and elbows, and that's something a bit unique for the Filipino market. Maybe in Malaysia they'll be interested in this type of thing. Oh, resveratrol is here. Oh, okay. So resveratrol is very well promoted in Australia and New Zealand as a very high antioxidant source as well, and that actually results in the reduction of skin age and skin pigmentation, stimulates the collagen production, and protects the sun, protects our skin from sun damage and pollutants. And a good question here is actually, why should we even bother to OEM our own beauty supplement or product? Well, by selling your own beauty product or beauty supplement, they tend to be evergreen. It's an evergreen category. And it just requires refreshment every so often with some new ingredients or some new marketing angles. But the market is always growing. It has not really shrank in terms of our current existing customers. It's always grown for them. And how can Furley Bioextracts help you with the OEM? I think a big challenge with a lot of people that go into this is the cost factor and understanding how to make the right products. So usually when you come in with a small budget, you really can't get a high quality base or quality ingredients. So you need to do consolidation, which is what we have done. And since we have a variety of customers, we actually have quite a large inventory of these active ingredients. So at Furley here, we already have the right bases which are ready to go. They can be fruit bases from mangoes to mixed berries to neutral bases. And we spend a lot of time getting the taste right for you. Smell is also important, appearance, solubility, and sweetness. And we tend to help you throughout the whole process. So I'd like to think that we are the A to Z manufacturer for you. So if you don't even want to source your own packaging, we can do it for you. And even sometimes we do that for free. So we don't even charge for this service. So that's something that makes us very unique. And I think you find us super competitive. And you ask ourselves, what is the cost to get into this? Well, it's only at a cost of 1 ringgit 20 cents, and that's around for an 8-gram sachet. And this is what we were talking about, the product just now, with trimella, collagen, ceramide, rosemary, and grapefruit and grapeseed powder. I think this is a really good deal, and that works out to be around about a quantity of 12,500 sachets. It's great for the skin, reduces free radicals. Perhaps we can throw in some antioxidant effect. Oh, we have a question. How we know the effect is my reaction? Oh, that is true. Yeah, very true question. So what we do for this formula is there's actually a recommended dosage level, and by following that dosage level, we tend to get around about a 80% to a 95 result in terms of efficacy. So this is actually a very valid question, because sometimes if the budget is not suffice and the manufacturer is not transparent enough, you might not be able to get a product made effective enough for yourself. And you have to ask them, what is the dosage of XYZ extract or XYZ ingredient you're using. And by asking that, you have a better understanding of what you're going to get and how effective the product is. Great question, Ezra. It's a good question. Makes sense. Do ask that if you are doing your own product. I think right now we are running MOQ at around 80 kilos total. So how do you calculate that? It's very simple. Our blending tank minimum run for this particular product is 80 kilos. So if it's a 8 gram sachet, 80,000 divided by 8 grams, 10,000 like that. And that's our minimum run, simple. How much is this all in to play this? It's actually really cheap. 120 times 15,000 ringgit, you can make your own food supplement. Ridiculous, I've not heard about this before. This is got trimella, collagen, ceramides, the rosemary and citrus extract, which is quite interesting. And of course, the price will change if you have some other things you require or you want to add some other ingredients. We are very flexible, but I think it's a good gauge to start around about the 1 ringgit mark onwards, around about to a max of 2 ringgit for supplement sachet. Anything more tends to be a bit expensive, but it really depends on your final retail price. I think you want to add some HAs and all that can be done, might require a supplement registration. We can do that here, not a problem. I hope everyone's doing well. I think with all that new COVID announcements, it's been pretty grim, but it's a great time to look for a new business angle for yourself. I think a lot of people are purchasing stuff online, and we have experienced a tremendous upsurge of sales digitally. So even if you're not in the digital space or you don't understand what this thing is all about, it's a good time to investigate and ask your friends and ask around about what this all is about social media. And I think the biggest one now is if you have these advertisings which are going on Facebook. Facebook and Apple are having a bit of a problem with their privacy settings, and they anticipate as Apple rolls out the new iOS 14, there will be a dramatic drop in advertising ability of targeted ads to Apple users, and that might affect you as a potential product holder. Are we doing anything else, Alina? No, we are done already, is it? Okay, cool. Well, stay tuned. I think I owe everyone a video on how we're doing our SEO strategy. Probably get that out next week on how to look at your SEO score and actually look at your competition and understand what they're doing. So by doing that, you save yourself a bit of research and you can work further on from that research. So do stay tuned. I will be launching that next week. And of course, we'll talk about the backlinks, perhaps even how to get your links onto Wikipedia. If you're fortunate enough, there's a few things you need to do. So that comes about into product endorsement, does very well for Wikipedia backlink placement. So stay tuned, guys. Sorry for the videos haven't been up so frequently. We've been quite busy. I think this quarter we've experienced a tremendous upsurge in MLM business activity. I think it's expected, but it's more into the health space, skin health areas for edibles, in fact. Cosmetics have slowed down a little bit, but they're starting to pick up again. So I anticipate by next quarter we'll probably see a lot more new cosmetic products coming up. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Just ask your questions below. If you're watching this from YouTube, subscribe and comment on all major platforms. We reply to all comments. And stay tuned. Any suggestions, let us know. Maybe our price point's a bit off. Please do let us know, and maybe we can have a look at something else. Stay tuned, guys. Bye.